I know what you're thinking. Grandpa Joe is going to complain about his red pine again. No, I'm actually going to show you the difference between um, the red pine and the Scots pine I just took down. That wonderful, beautiful Scots pine. This is the Council Tool Jersey. It's insanely sharp, but you'll see I can't get big chips out of it. I'm just getting, I carve it and then I undercut it to get those little ones out like that. Oh, and then when I try to split it, I'm going to use a cheekier axe to try to split it. Watch what it does. It just sort of heals. So I'm going to try to go around those knots. And when I take that out, very quickly, you won't see where did I put that. It went in, and there it goes again. I'm going deep with this Kelly Perfect. And the cut heals. You can't split this. And now that's a naughty piece. So let me switch over to a piece that's not so naughty. Actually, I'll show you a couple more swings just to watch how that cut heals. I can't tell. That was in there pretty good, but the cut will disappear. I
Yeah,
just
those
was
knots
trying
do make
to
a
go
difference.
around that knot on the side of it. So now I'm going to switch over to this even shorter piece. This is less than 12 inches. And the cuts will start to close as soon as I take the axe out. That one stays a little bit. But yeah, you just can't
It's
make any
like beer
headway in
comes
this
out of it.
stuff. Again, I'm trying to
Almost.
go alongside the knot,
Yeah, they just hold it.
and it starts to close right away. It's healing up, no matter which side of that knot that I go. Now here's the Scots pine that I just felled, and the first thing I notice is the way it cuts. It makes it look like you're a timber sports champion. This is a little steel 290. You've seen it in the others. That was a cut I had started, but it just sprays out wood. It makes you look like a champion. Now I'm anticipating a little bit of tension here, so I'm going to take a wedge out of the top and then come up from the bottom. But man, the wood just kind of pours out of there. That's fun. That's just fun. And yeah, you see my new chaps. That's because I remember the incident in the other one. I don't wear them because I'm a pro. I wear those because I'm not. Let's flick that out of there, and then we'll come up from the bottom, and I'll finish bucking it up. Now half those bucks I threw to one side, half to the other. One half I took out to the tree dump, and they disappeared right away. People grabbed that up because they wanted the firewood, and I took the other half over to my house. There is one downside to cutting fresh felled pine, and that is something I noticed right here. Is see, I'm noticing my chain is stopping too quickly. I stop it here to clean the oiler port, and then it was right back to the races again. Now, both red pine and Scots pine grow in pairs. See the pairs of needles? But the Scots pine is flexible. You can curl it around your finger. Red pine would break off. Well, that and red pine needles are longer than Scots pine. Let's go look at how it chops. Do you notice any difference? Look at those chips that came out of there. You don't see that in red pine, that's for sure.
You can cut some pretty nice chips out. Oh my gosh, that smells good.
Don't
Oh,
want to sound corny, but that's not the last time you're going to hear me say that.
look at that. Yeah, there's a big difference. Now, if I could go out to Rod's Grove and do that, that would be that would be wonderful. But so,
So the next time you hear somebody talking about pine being a softwood and easy to cut and split, ask them which species of pine. And there's a difference. Scots pine's kind of it acts differently than red pine. If you want, hang out. Even wet, I think most of my axes will split this. All right, so my axes are fresh from cleaning up after the alders. You remember a little video on the council tool that I like to use it for cleanup. I'm gonna further um, vindicate the council tool jerseys, the modern ones, in this video because watch what it can do to Scots pine at least. Not so good in other woods, but not softwoods, but it did fine in the Scots pine. And I just use a little WD-40, clean off all the dirt that it got when I buried that axe in the ground, and clean them up before I go out there and start working on these the Scots pine.
Family cleaner. We'll touch that one up real quick.
Now wait. Some people are going to say this is totally stupid. I'm saying this is totally traditional. You know, Peter McLaren said he would not walk up to a tree to chop it unless it could shave hair. And so this is the traditional method. Bernie Weisgerber talks about it. You shave your hair because it is a reliably consistent reference for how sharp is your axe. So if it can shave hair each time, you know, you've got the same sharpened bit that you've always had. Plus your hair is a renewable resource. It just grows back. And does it need to be that sharp? No, but now I know what my starting point is.
Traditional method. Good. Good enough. And we'll look at the Vaughn. That off. Saw a little bit of work. These are both another council tool. A little bit of let's see. There's a little bit of the wood I brought back with me from that tree we just felled. And the idea is to show you the difference between what this Scots pine, and I've done a lot more looking up and very certain that's what we've got. One of the telltale things is look how orange those limbs are. All right, let's see. What's the size we're doing here? The tree I cut down a couple days ago is only 18 on that one. Cut. Get that turn. Oh. So there was the cut where the hinge broke off. I had put my wedge in here. Wait. I put the notch in here. I changed the notch. I came in with the chainsaw back here for the back cut. So it's only about one. All right. This is what this is my marketing strategy. I'm calling these East Coast Lumberjack joysticks. And this one, having learned all the lessons I learned from my last one, the one I broke and glued up and doweled and stuff, I took this down. There is no shoulder. Just the ever slightest shoulder to keep that tight as I'm coming down. I don't need shoulder here. This is a 1 1/4. This goes down as far as 1 1/8 and then comes back up into the grip. This is all 3/4 inches even. It has boiled linseed oil on it. You know, this is the head. I told you I did not glue. I knocked the wedge in, cut that flash after smashing it in there good. 28 1/4 said. Man, I love this. I'm hurt. All right, so I don't know if I can go across this one. Oh, I might be able to. It remembers where I hit it. The red pine did not. Put it on a little bit more each time. It wants to. Just put it on the other way here. The other direction. I really want to see this Vaughn do it, but if the Vaughn can't do it, I'm going to go get a fatter profile, 3.5 pound head that will probably wedge it apart more, but this should wedge it. What do you think? See the cheek rise? Not quite halfway. Crack's not halfway yet. Oh, missed real wide. Now, what is this, 14 up? No, that's 12. Any other wood, I'd have broken that already. If that was ash or oak or walnut, that'd split. That sounds different. Put it back over there again. Same misstrike twice in a row. Oh, it's because I switched hands. That's cracking farther. Oh, that's got it. Good old Vaughn. And Scots Pine. Scots Pine will split. I imagine it'll be better after it dries, but that was a live tree, well, partially a live tree. just a couple of days ago. I cut it down and I brought it here. I brought part of it here. Half the bucks I threw one direction, the other half I threw the other side. One side I took out to the tree dump, which is gone. I took it out one evening. Next morning I came back, it was gone. Because somebody had grabbed those chunks and said, I'll have that for firewood. I don't get to use my council tool jerseys very often, remember? Because I like all my other axes better. But look what they can actually do. Can you see what that's doing? That's starting to split with that very thin head. This head and the beveled version, they're only about a 1/4 inch thick here. They stay about a 1/4 inch thick till they're getting up into here. Then very slightly taper up to the eye with thin eye walls to the back heavy pull. It is a beautiful profile to look at from the side. But when it comes to working, that one that I just made, that video I just made on, I like it for trimming. I like it for wood this big. Can you see that? Why? Because I like it in any wood that is smaller. Can you see it? That's smaller than its bit. But in wood bigger than its bit, I like all my other axes better. Yet, this axe is going to do this. Let's see. Oh, I got to get rid of my Vaughn. Put him over here. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Not on that stroke, but I bet you on the next one. Come on. He's through. But let's do the final separation here. Oh, it's stringy in the middle. Cut those strings out. Might have to chop those strings out. There we go. And he's through. There goes Mr. Vaughn. There goes Mr. Council Tool. And here goes baby Council Tool. Big knot here on the bottom. Little 2-pound Council Tool boy's axe. Made a nice crack. Missed. But I like that place better. Might try to miss that much again. Let's just separate. Wow. Man, I wish I had smell-o-vision. Take a whiff. You smell that? Wow. This is going to be my favorite wood. I'm going to look for more Scots pine. And of course, there's this nice benefit of Scots pine. Just had a thunderstorm. Wood's wet. It burns.